G'day, I'm Kevin Young. I'm Australia's most successful property investor, but I started out poor, and I'm constantly being asked, how do you do it? How do you get there? You ask me, I'll give you the solutions. Between us, we'll make you wealthy. Hi, welcome back to Ask Kevin Young, and today it's rather a sad case of a couple who thought they had a lovely retirement plan set out in front of them, and it was smashed by a builder who took their money and ran away and didn't deliver the home that they thought was being built. The Commonwealth Bank, who funded this, have a little clause that escapes them responsibility. So these people are destitute, had the retirement plan ruined for them and nowhere to go. So the club stepped up to the plate and we handled the cost of going to court. So we hope you'll enjoy this little bit of education.
You've flown all the way from Melbourne, come here to the courthouse today, and the man accused hasn't even turned up. How are you guys feeling at the moment?
Pretty deflated, pretty well thinking, you know, how's this going to end? What else can we do? We're dealing with a fraud case, you know, an all-out fraud thing, and if we don't speak up, if others don't come forward, it'll just continue. And that's just not good for this country, and certainly not good for us on the brink of retirement. We're very, very angry.
We've got a guy here that's ripped off over 90 people, pocketed $27 million, and he's really just failed to front to the court. And this couple have come away from Melbourne to hear some sort of justice, and nothing. The banks have little clauses that says we'll give the money out without checking that progress has happened on the home. Oh, it hasn't been built. It was not our fault. We want you to just keep paying all this money. So where do the Snyders get the money to make this repayment when they're retired? They smashed their retirement. So this is a deliberate fraud in the system that the property club's got onto, and no one but the property club's concerned about it.
We're grateful for the property club. It's been helping us funding all this. You know, it's cost over $150,000 to chase this case and help us out.
And if it hadn't been for the property club, I don't know, we'd been thwarted by now.
I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that have had their retirement absolutely shattered, and they're on the pension because these guys systematically rip these people off, know they can't get any doors opening for them, and got nowhere to go. So come to the property club and we'll see what we can do. Most people buy the wrong property in the wrong location with the wrong sort of finance. That's why we started the property club. It's all free advice. I've made every mistake in the book. I've been around for 70 years, so there's not a mistake I haven't made. So the property club has started to warn people about those mistakes. I hope the media get out to the people that have been burnt by this little clause that they wouldn't have even seen in 30 pages of mortgage documents, and get the federal government to change that. It's incredible that they can spend your money, waste your money, and not be responsible for it.
Have you approached the bank and asked them for comment on it?
Our legal team has been onto the banks, and all they want to do is wash their hands and say, no, it can't be our fault, can't be our fault. They've even sent a valuer around to check the progress of the place, who came back and said there's a problem. That report wasn't given to you guys, was it?
No.
And how do you feel about that?
Well, we were very aggravated because there was another further $170,000 that we might have been able to save if we'd have known the information that they were given. It's incredible.
It hasn't been easy for you guys to come forward and I guess speak to the media here, but do you worry that there's other people that could be in the same boat as you guys?
Absolutely. That's why we're here. We want to, you know, try and save other people from going through what we're going through.
And what would be your message to those people who hear the name Grant Page and possibly think that rings a bell?
Well, get in touch with some sort of legal team. Make sure that your situation is heard and come forward.
And approach the property club, as Kevin said. You know, there's others out there. You know, he's happy to try and see what might be able to be done through the property club, because they've been very helpful for us.
They just want a little bit of closure. They're elderly people. They're into their 70s. This is a great deal of money that they've lost. And Kevin Young from the Property Club, Kevin and Kathy Young from the Property Club have done a great job to stand behind them, and I've been trying to assist. When we first started, they came, no one wanted to help them. The police didn't have a great interest. The QBCC had formed a view that they had no entitlement, and the Commonwealth Bank had washed their hands of it. So through the Property Club and myself, we were able to really start opening a few doors through a few contacts, so who you know, not what you know. And QBCC now are really looking at assisting them. I think the statutory insurance is going to assist them in some way. The police certainly have come to the party by arresting Grant Page.
Our dream was in retirement to do lots of travel around Australia, see lots of places, you know, tripping overseas, going to China was one of our big things. But now we're looking at, you know, back working full time is the first thing that needs to happen.
And we need to resort to our caravan now that we've sold our house.
Yes, we've sold our house.
Well, we hope we'll persevere with this case and happily put an ending which is going to be good for this couple, and we can get them out of the caravan and get them back enjoying a retirement. And this is the thing with the club, is that we make it so safe, because in this situation they wouldn't have gone to the wrong area, they wouldn't have got the wrong builder, they wouldn't have been allowed to see money after money go to a builder and not develop anything. We check the progress for you. We also make sure that the property's in the right location, it's going to keep on going up in value. And we take that for granted, that this is out there and this is how it's done. But we forget, and this night is a great example, that the sharks out there, they're circling all the time. And that's why buying a property is not a risk-free investment. There are risks, so join the club. We'll help you de-risk your investment.